Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So as you guys know, the remaking the Ultimate Pyro loadouts video came out a while ago, and what I normally like to do with those videos is also release my favorite hats list for that class alongside that video or like a few days afterwards. And I haven't done the Pyro one yet, mainly because I've been so busy and then I completely forgot I was doing that series, and now I'm bringing it back. So hopefully today we'll get it done. Tiny quick thing before this video starts is that these are only hats. They're not going to be miscs. I'm thinking maybe I'll revisit this eventually with all of the miscs, but I know that, you know, they're kind of lazy videos, but I've started making the series now. I can't just back out, so got to keep going. So the first hat on this list is the Flamboyant Flamenco. Now, as you guys saw in the video, I actually went and got myself a smoking one, or a steaming one. I think it was a smoking one. And it just looks amazing. It pairs really, really well with the Last Breath, the Lunatic's leathers, and it is such an awesome looking hat. I have liked this hat since I started playing TF2 and saw it on a Pyro that I randomly found in a pub. Like, it's an amazing looking hat. I really, really like it. And, you know, you can get a sick unusual in it as well. So, you know, it's just a win-win. If a win-win means you're into trading, you've got keys, and you can get a cool unusual one. But, I don't know, it looks cool even if it's not unusual. Now, this next one, I have no idea how to say the name of. It's the Tyrannis Thing. It's the slug on your head. And honestly, this was a hat that I used to like more like a few years ago, I guess. But it's always kind of been one of my favorite Pyro hats. And it's really, really small. You can barely notice the thing. But I think it's just awesome. I really, really like it. I know Stripe had a burning one at some point, which looked awesome. And I don't know, I just really, really like the hat. Even though it's so small, I used to have a profile picture actually, which was like a drawn version of it that I found on Google at some point. I don't really know, but I used to use it a lot. I used to really, really like it. I used to want to get an unusual one of it, but then because I never play Pyro enough, I'm like, I'm not going to save up that much for a class I don't play. But either way, I really, really like the hat. It's really cute, and I know quite a few other people like it as well, but nobody can say the name. Next up, we have actually quite an unpopular hat, at least like, or a lower tier hat, we'll say, for unusuals in that case, and that is the Brigade Home. Now, I think this used to be more of a popular hat back in the day as well, mainly because, you know, it was one of the only hats for the Pyro, it looked good, and stuff like that, but now there's so many different Pyro hats, so many different, like, masks for the Pyro as well, it's ridiculous, but the Brigade Home has always remained one of my favorites. I really, really wanted to get an unusual one for the video, but I didn't have enough keys, and I didn't want to sell one of the unusuals I have now to get a Brigade Helm because, you know, me playing Pyro is still an issue. But basically, the Brigade Helm is sick. It's so clean, it's so simple. If you like it and you have keys and stuff like that and you want to get an unusual one, they are very, very cheap because they're so low tier, because so many people have them, and because it's like, I guess it's just because it's so common, and I don't know, it just looks great, in my opinion anyway, and you can pair it with some pretty decent stuff as well. Next up, we have the Centurion. Now, this is one of those gladiator hats for the Pyro, which goes with the six-pack abs and stuff like that. And yeah, like, I never actually have used this hat, but I think it looks awesome. Like, I was looking through the list of the Pyro cosmetics and stuff like that, and like, this one popped up and I was like, I definitely have to use that thing a little bit more because it looks great. It looks amazing in SFMs as well. It looks just generally really, really cool. And yet, I have never used it, and I have never really seen people use it. So, if you guys actually have one of these, try rocking it for a little bit. Try and put it into a loadout, and then send me what loadouts you make with it. I think that would be sick. Or tell me in the comments what you use with it, if you had one. And finally, we have the Feathered Fiend, which is probably the newest hat on this list. So, the Feathered Fiend, obviously, it goes with all of the Jungle Inferno stuff that came out, and it's like more of like the Aztec stuff as well. It looks really, really cool. It pairs well with the diamonds and the deity dress, I believe it's called, or deity dress, however you want to say it. And I don't know what you'd pair it with further than those two items, because they are meant to be a set. They're designed to be together, and I don't really know what else the Feathered Fiend works well with. If you guys know anything, then let me know in the comments, as always. But like I said, I think it's an awesome looking hat. I really like the fact that you can use it with two items that are specifically designed to be with that item, and that's the only time I ever use it, but I think it looks sick in that scenario, so that's why it's on here. That, and the fact that I kind of counted the Pyro's faces as miscs, so I couldn't really pick from many of them. So anyway, that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you want to go and buy any of the hats that are in this video and support the channel, then go down to stntraining.eu in the description. I'll have a link to each separate hat so you can buy them straight out. And just clicking the link really helps me. Obviously, STN are my sponsor for most of my videos like this one. So if you do go and click that link, then it's really helpful to me. Benefits the channel really well and helps me get better unusuals and stuff like that for, you know, these remaking the ultimate loadouts videos, which hopefully you guys have been enjoying. So anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new with notifications on, because YouTube are awful at alerting people now. And yeah, anyway, goodbye.